All right, you've contacted us on Facebook, Twitter, and email, and you're all asking how the health care bill will affect you. And by the way, Christine and I check our Facebook and Twitter accounts very regularly for this information, so please keep those questions coming in. We're listening and we're keeping track.
That's right, and here to help answer those questions, our very good friend, Andrew Rubin, VP of Clinical Affairs for NYU Langone Medical Center and host of Sirius XM Doctor Radio. So all of these are questions that you have asked us that you want to know specifically. Now that the debate we've left the debate phase, and now we're going into how this is going to be implemented. What is it going to mean for you? Floyd N., this is what he wants to know, Andrew. Will it bring costs down for people who currently have health insurance?
So I'm looking at this two ways. I think that you need to think between now and 2014, when all the insurance reforms kick in, and then post-2014. In the short term, no, I actually don't believe costs are going to go down and premiums are going to go down because the cost provisions of healthcare reform will not have kicked in yet. So insurance companies are going to have the ability to keep raising premiums for people as costs go up. As post-2014, I think that's when the cost reforms start to take control, the state exchanges come into play, and you're going to see costs stabilizing. I don't think they're going to go down. I think they're going to stabilize, and that would be a pretty good accomplishment.
That would be a gain. Let me ask you this one, Andrew, from Carrie. If we currently have health care through work, are we able to qualify for this new insurance?
These are really great and tough questions. The answer is maybe, probably, if your income is above, your portion of your premium from your employer is more than 9.8%, you are entitled to go out and buy insurance on the exchange.
So that means, imagine, so Andrew, so if you make $60,000 a year, but you have to pay $7,000 out of your pocket for your share of health costs, that means you would be qualified to go out and buy cheaper insurance on the health exchange.
That is correct.
Okay. Okay.
Is that necessarily going to save you money, Andrew? I mean, is my company, I go through, I work for Time Warner Corporation. Aren't they going to generally get a better deal anyway than I'm going to?
It's all going to depend on what your employer charges you for your portion of the premium. So you may still qualify for a subsidy. So if you work for Time Warner in this example and you're below the 400% of the federal poverty level, which is $88,000 for a family of four, you can go out on the exchange if you meet that criteria of 9.8% of your income and get a subsidy for your health insurance.
What happens to the small business owner, the business owner? You have to have 50 people or more who work in a company for this, for you to qualify to be able to go off on the exchange if it's more than 9.8% of your salary. What happens to the company? If the company is pushing a lot of its costs onto you, is there a penalty for the company if you go out someplace else?
So again, we're talking about large employers, and this is where companies need to be careful, because if they put too much cost onto the employee, and the employee goes out on the exchange and buys insurance and gets a subsidy, the large employer is going to have to pay a penalty.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, this is from Terrence C. How much is this fine for not taking health care? Does it apply to those who have no steady income, or in other words, people who don't have a job? We're going to answer that question on the other side of the break. Don't go away.